Get these figures and more at the Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description.
Hello friends, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Powers of the Primes Legends class, Outback, and Cindersaur. For those of you that remember the original G1 figures, Outback is a repaint and slight redo or remold headwise of Brawn, and this Cindersaur is based on a Spark bot. Or was it a Spark bot? No, it was a Sparkticon? No, that can't be right. I don't remember what the name of that line is. It'll show up here in the subtitle. Anyway, Cindersaur is in repaint and slight remold of Dinobot Slash in nice purple flash yellow with a green face. And then we'll take a look at the Dino mode here in a minute. Outback is in this wonderful tan, brown, and silver motif, and I think Outback looks better than Brawn. Unfortunately, Brawn is currently sitting in storage, and Slash, well, Slash is right here. So, molding-wise, they are exactly the same, except for the head sculpts, and obviously the color. Posability-wise, Cindersaur, swivel in the head, ball joint in the shoulder, swivel in the upper arm, 90-degree bend at the elbow, ball joint in the hip, swivel at the thigh, 90-degree bend at the knee, and then foot articulation for the transformation. Outback's posability, head can move, but it's not easy because this thing is in the way, which I swear I thought you should be able to flip this back, but you can't. Oh well. Ball joint in the shoulder, ball joint in the elbow, ball joint in the hip, thigh swivel, over 90-degree bend at the knee, and some ankle articulation thanks to the transformation. Like Brawl before him, Outback does have the little bit here on the back that can attach to either of his forearms to become a weapon or a shield or whatever you want it to be. Now, I've seen pictures that the Takara version of this figure comes with a black gun, and I thought the USA version comes with it as well. It does not. My figure does not come with a gun. And just to prove that to you, here is the packaging that the figure came in. Notice there is no space for a gun. Here is the box that the figure came with. Notice no gun pictured here, and no gun pictured on the back of the box or card either. And here are the directions. So we'll just open them up real quick. No gun shown in the directions. As you can see, no gun shown in the accessory part either. Alright, let's get into the transformation for these guys. We'll do Cindersaur first. Now, if you've had Slash or have seen Slash, you know how this transformation is going to go. Flip up the feet, or the dino feet that are on the back of the forearms. Flip the tail above the head. Come down to the robot legs. Turn them 180 degrees at the thigh swivel and combine them, or snap them together. And then fold them up until they snap or peg into place at the back of the legs on the little chest pieces. Open up the back, flip out the raptor head, close the back up, and that's it. That is the raptor mode. It's supposed to be, I don't know, some kind of fire-breathing monster mode, but that is not what we end up with. We end up with a rather poorly weighted raptor. I like the raptor mode less than I do the robot mode. It looks good, it's well painted, but the purple is just dominating on this raptor mode. Yeah, there's yellow in the tail and yellow in the body, but there's just too much purple, and they're different colors too. I do like the head sculpt of the raptor mode. It does open, the mouth does open and close, and the silver for the teeth is in there, and it's got a nice little, I don't know what that thing on the muzzle would be. It works, but I would have liked to have seen some more yellow maybe in the head. If I remember correctly, though, this paint scheme is more accurate to the original G1 figure, but I could be wrong on that, because I haven't seen a Cindersaur in a long time. Now let's go ahead and transform Outback. Outback's transformation starts with taking the fists and turning them so that the forearm hole is pointing down, or is pointing forward towards the front of the body, and then fold the shoulders up to form the front of the vehicle mode. Oh, before you do all of that, disconnect the spare tire, we'll say, from any point of where it's pegged in. Come back to the legs, or come down to the legs, and flip the ankles up under the feet, and then fold the legs up towards the back of the bottom legs to the back of the figure, like so. Peg them together, and there we go. We've got it transformed. Now, one last thing we need to do is take the spare tire, point the gun ports to the back, and peg it in back here, and we're done. Now, one thing you could do is push it a little bit harder up against the body of the figure. And there we go. And what we end up with is quite possibly one of my favorite alt modes. It looks like this thing is ready to tackle some forest or a desert. It just works incredibly well for me. I like this mode a lot. I just don't like the fact that, hey, all the figure is painted in the same tan except for the roof of the canopy. It's really dumb. I don't know why that happens, but whatever. Back of the figure, well, what can you do? It works. I like this alt mode quite a bit. Now, both of these alt modes do have one last trick, and they can hold a Titan's Master or a Prime Master. So on Slash, almost called a Slash, on Cindersaur, open up the back of the dinosaur, and there's a little spot for a Prime Master to sit. Whoops. And I found that it's better to put the arms up and then try to get them to sit like that. And then on Outback, take the canopy, lift it up, and you'll see that little peg hole there inside. Grab another Prime Master, put it in, and close it up. And then close it up. There we go. So that's it. Now, with the Prime Master here on Cindersaur, all you really need to do is something like this. You could collapse it up. Unfortunately, there's no way to close there's no way to fully close the back when you've got a Prime Master or a Power Master sitting there. So, yeah. Does get a little bit of shade, though. At the end of the day, I think both of these figures are great, but I like Outback more. I think Outback is just a more fun figure, and it's a simpler figure and less hassle to deal with. Now, one thing I didn't talk about in the rest of the review is the head sculpt, and somehow for this line, the head sculpt is vastly superior on both of these figures, and the painting is also vastly superior. It's just better, both of them. I love the fact that Cindersaur's eyes, while very, very dark blue, when you look at them straight on, they look just like these empty portals. While Outback's, the silver head and the baby blue visor work incredibly well. As I said, I think both of these figures are great, but if you had to choose one, if I have to choose one, I'm going to choose Outback. Thank you so much. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video review. As always, I am Baltmatrix, asking you to hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to hit the bell to know when I put up a new video. I pick both of these figures up at BigBadToyStore.com. You can too. And as always, folks, I will catch you next time.